Welcome to the Talkin Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley, continuing to track transfer portal season. A lot of you guys keep coming into the comments. Sometimes I feel like you're yelling at me. Boogie, we need defense. We need defense, not wide receivers, not running backs. Well, I did drop a defensive player this morning in the update, an edge rush. You can go back and check out that video. But Tennessee has been targeting offense. Pretty heavy looking at wide receivers. There's been a running back kind of thrown out there as a rumor. Again, all that in the update this morning. But there is a defensive player on the radar now. Wake Forest defensive back Gavin Holmes is in the transfer portal, getting a lot of offers. We'll see where Tennessee goes. We all know the secondary is a position of need. The secondary is where we need a quick upgrade. And you know, when you look at college football in the world of 2022, yes, Tennessee has some good defensive backs coming in this upcoming season as true freshmen. But the beauty of the transfer portal, you can go get guys with experience. You can get guys that have game film out there, college football game film that you can evaluate, see if they're going to fit your program. We'll talk about it all coming up here in just a second. But as always, easy for me to say. It's easy for me to say, as always, smash that like button just below the video. It's quick, free, easy. Hit that little thumbs up. It does help the channel, plays the analytics, all that fun stuff. If you would hit that thumbs up, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you are new to the Talkin Vols Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media. We don't try to sell you on something we're not. We are fans for the fans, by the fans. We are fans just like you. If you enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Try to drop a video every day. Live stream schedule kind of chaotic right now, but here is the plan. Tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to be over on Big Vol Daddy's channel. Come check that out. I'll post a link in the feed a little bit later tonight. And then every Wednesday moving forward through December. Next Wednesday, fan call-in show. It's been too long. We got to get you guys back on the channel. The Wednesday after that is signing day. So we'll bring you a signing day live stream that evening, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And then the following Wednesday after that, it's time to get ready for that bowl game, the Orange Bowl right around the corner against Clemson. So make sure you're dialed in. Catch all those live streams, always a good time. But let's jump into it. Let's take a look at it. Again, this is from on3.com. Wake Forest defensive back Gavin Holmes announces intent to enter NCAA transfer portal. Now, this article is a few days old. He is now in the portal. He's actually gotten several offers, but let's go through the article here. Wake Forest defensive back Gavin Holmes announces he plans to enter the portal via Twitter. He will have 2 years of eligibility remaining. And you know, we've seen that. We've seen that with some of the defensive backs that Josh Heupel and this coaching staff have added since they came to Knoxville. You know, we've seen Kamal Haddon added via the transfer portal. We've seen Brandon Turnage. We've seen Wesley Walker, Andre Turrentine. They have added some defensive backs, and I'm excited to see the development. And I know a lot of you guys come in here and you talk about Willie Martinez. You talk about the coaching in the secondary. You got to remember that Tim Banks actually coaches the safeties, Willie Martinez, the corners. I want to see some true development in those guys. And we saw Wesley Walker come along and make some plays. We saw Wesley Walker actually look really good at the safety position against Vanderbilt. Are we going to get development out of those guys? And that's why Tennessee added them. They're young. They had a few years of eligibility. You can bring those guys in. Hope you can coach them up. But that's a question because a lot of you guys in the comments regularly questioning Willie Martinez. Is he part of the problem in that secondary, or is it Jimmy's and Joe's? Do they just need to continue to add talent? Goes on to talk a little bit more here about Gavin Holmes. He appeared in 11 games this year, helping Wake Forest to a 7-5 record, had a career high 23 tackles to go with 9 passes defended. Played high school football in Louisiana, where he was a 3-star prospect. According to On3, he was in the 1200s overall in the 2020 cycle. So again, Gavin Holmes in the transfer portal. Now, he's got a lot of offers. Let me pull up his Twitter here. Ton of offers coming in. I have not seen that Tennessee is officially offered. But again, Boogie, why do you cover certain players? Look, there's so much big-time talent, so many guys that go into the portal. I don't try to just cover every single name. I try to bring you guys somebody that has been confirmed. You guys know I'm a big fan of VolQuest. Austin Price kind of put this one out there and said that Gavin Holmes is a name to keep an eye on. Does that mean Tennessee is going to offer? Does that mean he's going to end up in Knoxville? No, it doesn't. It means there's probably communication being had. We'll see if a visit is set up. I've not seen an official offer from Tennessee yet, but just to gauge kind of where he's at. And I kind of do this in the recruiting process too. If a guy's a 3-star and everybody wants to say 3-star you kind of look at the offers. And if he's got offers from Alabama and Georgia and the big name schools, kind of gives you a gauge on where that kid's at talent-wise. Do the same thing with the transfer portal. You can scroll through his Twitter feed, got an offer from Oregon State, got an offer from Old Dominion, West Virginia, Baylor, Washington, Ole Miss, got an offer from Texas, also Kansas, Memphis, got an offer from Houston, Tulane, Virginia Tech, Arkansas. Do those offers excite you? Or do you feel like this is going to be more of the same? This is not going to be a player that can really break out and help this secondary immediately. Again, it's a problem. It is a problem. We're going into year 3. Of course, we still got the bowl game. Then we're going into year 3 of the Josh Heupel era. We know the defense is always going to give up more yards. It is what it is. That's what happens when you run the up-tempo, fast-paced offense. And if you can add a little bit of help on the defensive line, I think that's going to kind of help your secondary along too. And that defensive line gets better and better week by week, year by year, adding so much talent, so much talent. You got a couple of big ones coming in this upcoming class in Herring and Bradley. Those two guys are studs. Adam with Joshua Josephs. This coaching staff looks like they want to add another edge rusher via the portal. But can Gavin Holmes be a guy that can actually contribute to this secondary? 247 Sports had him as a 3-star prospect coming out in that class of 2020. You go to his Wake Forest bio, high school, tallied 27 breakups over the last 2 seasons of his high school career, helped lead his high school to an undefeated state championship as a senior. Freshman year at Wake Forest, appeared in just 3 games, first collegiate season, making 1 start at Syracuse, picked off first career pass against the Orange, returned it 32 yards for the first career touchdown. Recorded first career tackle against Virginia on October the 17th of that year. 2021, also a freshman, obviously got the red shirt that first year, played in 13 games during a historic 2021 season, including the ACC Atlantic Division and Gator Bowl titles. Finished the season with 19 tackles, including 17 solo tackles, while also having 3 tackles for loss, 4 pass breakups, and an interception. Set a career high with 4 tackles against Duke. And then in 2022, already mentioned his stats there. But again, defensive backs, secondary, position of need. And we saw at times, as frustrating as Kamal Hadden was, we saw some bright spots from him. We saw some bright spots from Brandon Turnage. We saw some bright spots from Christian Charles, Wesley Walker. Nobody is consistent. That is the problem with the secondary. Nobody brings it week in and week out, game after game. They need consistency. And you go back to the beginning of the year, Warren Burrell. Everybody's upset. Everybody's angry that Warren Burrell is starting at corner. Warren Burrell goes down for the season. All of a sudden, we start to see why, because he gave you that little bit of consistency. Yes, I agree with what you guys talk about when you talk about Warren Burrell. He played too soft. He gave too much of a cushion. And I think that was because he had a fear of getting beat deep. But then you saw some of those younger guys kind of come along and play a little bit more aggressive, play a little bit more in your face. They gave up some big plays at times, but they also made some plays. Again, I want to see development. If we don't see development in year 3, at what point do you start asking questions? Is Tim Banks the guy? Is Tim Banks the guy to be the defensive coordinator? Is Willie Martinez the guy to coach the corners? You know, you have to ask questions if you don't see development, because we're seeing development everywhere else. Obviously, on the offensive side of the ball, we've seen a ton of development. We've seen development on that defensive line. We've even seen some development with the linebackers. Look at what Aaron Beasley has been able to do. But again, to update, Gavin Holmes is in the portal, getting a bunch of offers coming in. Is Tennessee going to offer? He's just a name to keep an eye on, according to Austin Price over at VolQuest.com. Hit the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to check out the official merchandise of the Talkin' Vols Network. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin' Vols. Any and all sport, greatly appreciated. Again, smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. That's quick, free, and easy. Don't forget to join me tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time, over on Big Vol Daddy's channel. Just search Big Vol Daddy Tennessee. It's going to pop right up. You'll see it. We're going live at 8 o'clock. I will put the link in the YouTube feed, probably around 7:15, something like that, so you guys can see it here on the Talkin' Vols Network. Click the link, come hang out. I don't even know what we're going to get into. He said he's going to find my deepest, darkest secrets, whatever that means. But again, thank you guys for listening. Hit the comment section. That's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin' Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.